Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya
Jaya
Prabhupada,
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 Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudire
Tato Jayamudhiraet
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavad Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 7th chapter, text number 50. This is the verse. Just putting on chat. Okay. Nakulas Sadevascha Yudhodana Dhananjaya Bhagavan Devaki Putro Ye Chanye Yesta Yoshitaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Nakula and Sahadeva, the younger brothers of the king, and also Satyaki, Arjuna, the personality of God, Lord Sri Krishna, son of Devaki, and the ladies and others all unanimously agreed with the king. Text number 51 and 52. Translations: Bhima, however, angrily disagreed with them and recommended killing this culprit, who had murdered the sleeping children for no purpose, for neither his nor his master's interest. Text number 52, translation and purport. Chaturbhuja, the four-armed one, or the personality of Godhead, after hearing the words of Bhima, Draupadi, and others, saw the face of his dear friend Arjuna, and he began to speak as if smiling. Lord Shri Krishna had two hounds, and why he is designated as four-armed is explained by Sridhar Swami. Both Bhima and Draupadi held opposite views about killing Ashwatthama. Bhima wanted him to be immediately killed, whereas Draupadi wanted to save him. We can imagine Bhima ready to kill while Draupadi is obstructing him. And in order to prevent both of them, the Lord discovered another two arms. Originally, the primeval Lord, Sri Krishna, displayed only two arms, but in his Narayana feature, he exhibited four. In his Narayana feature, he resides with his devotees in the Vaikuntha planets, while in his original Sri Krishna feature, he resides in the Krishna Loka planet far, far above the Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky. Therefore, if Krishna is called Chaturbhuja, there is no contradiction. If need be, he can display hundreds of arms, as he exhibited in his Vishwarupa, shown to Arjuna. Therefore, one who can display hundreds and thousands of arms can also manifest four whenever needed. When Arjuna was perplexed about what to do with Ashwatthama, Lord Shri Krishna, as the very dear friend of Arjuna, voluntarily took up the matter just to make a solution, and he was smiling also. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapadagamanam Shri Guru Maishavamsya Shri Rupam Sakrajatam Sargana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishnapadam Sargana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kantan Mamsute तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गे राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवि प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासुदेव गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी भाष्यात देशधारिणे मूकां करोति वाचां मंगलं गायतगिरे पार्थ वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतां परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरं नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमो नमः। Hare Krishna, thank you for joining on the Sunday morning program. Today is also a very, very auspicious day for us and for everyone. Lord Narasimha's appearance, we get this appearance day once in every year.
अब कहाँ मंगवा रहे हैं आप? थोड़ी मंगवाते हैं।
Can everyone mute their mics so that there is no crosstalks? Thank you. So today being a very special and auspicious day that Narasimha has appeared. Narasimha appears every year, but every year is always auspicious because we are able to see that day, right? You might have a chance to see Narasimha's appearance date this year, but you never know whether you will be able to see it next year. So the Lord is allowing us to have this darshan. Lord is also allowing it to be a part of his festival. That is the magnanimity of the Lord. So coming back to this sloka today is a very interesting one. See, one side is everyone and the other side is only Bhima. He is the only one who wants to actually kill Ashwatthama because he did not at any point help, whether it is for himself or for his master's interest. Who is his master? Duryodhana. But the fact is this, that when Krishna actually is already ready to kill someone, right, no one can protect him. But when the fact remains that when Krishna decides to kill someone, no one can protect. But if Krishna decides to protect that person, no one can kill them. Rake Krishna mare Krishna rake ke. He did the same thing. Jayadratha took a bow and Arjuna was not bothered. Arjuna said to Krishna, look, Krishna, I am going to kill this guy today at any cost because he objected Abhimanyu from exiting out of the Chakravyuha. He blocked it. So now I am going to kill this guy, for which it's not my headache and it is your headache. Can you imagine this kind of dictation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead by Arjuna, who is his dear devotee? This is only possible in this beautiful rasa in the Krishna Loka or between the devotee and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is impossible to occur in Vaikuntha Loka. Because in Vaikuntha Loka, the mood is completely different. The activities are completely different. The variations are completely different. Whereas in Goloka Vrindavan, Krishna Loka, the Lord is actually selling himself to his devotees. And you can practically see it here that even though the entire team, the Pandavas team was on one side and Bhima is on the other side, Krishna wants Arjuna to take a decision, even though Krishna is trying to instigate Arjuna to take a decision, even though Arjuna is very perplexed. You can practically see that Krishna is smiling and waiting for what this friend of mine is going to do. Prabhupada explains this beautifully in this purport. Also, we have seen it in Katha Upanishad. There is a beautiful reference to this. Like two birds, one is an elder bird, and another one is a younger bird. Both are sitting in the same tree trunk, and one is eating the fruits of the tree, whereas the other one is just waiting patiently, looking at the younger bird. So Shastras explain that most of us, or maybe almost all of us, have this kind of a tendency that whatever I feel is right, whatever I do is right, whatever I wanted to project is right, whatever others say, I don't need to hear from. This is because of our free will. Here you can practically see that Krishna gave everyone the free will to decide and discuss. It is a discussion inside a discussion and inside a discussion where everything is happening in the battlefield. Arjuna has captured Ashwatthama. This is a part of the Mahabharata. It's got nothing to do with Srimad Bhagavatam. But actually, the discussion is happening in Naimisharanya forest. We are discussing about a very important chapter where Ashwatthama, the son of Drona, punished. You can practically see that the interesting, intriguing thought process of everyone. Like, for example, the queen, Draupadi, is trying to say that save that person, don't kill him now. There is no need for killing him now, because what happens to his mother? She will be very disturbed, and she will also have the same challenge as I am going through. Why should she? After all, end of the day, she is none other than the wife of your own teacher who taught you this Dhanur Veda. This kind of a feeling of complete compassion is only seen with the devotees. You cannot see this kind of thing. Prabhupada actually said that this world is still surviving only because of the devotees' presence. Otherwise, this would have gone to dogs long before. You can practically see how much tensed we are, and we are sitting in England, but we are more bothered about and spending hours and hours together on the YouTube or on the internet or on the news just to find out what is happening in India and Pakistan. How is it going to matter to us? It is going to matter to us because we are actually connected with our dear and near ones. This is what is actually the impact which is occurring in every moment in everyone's life. How many of us here in this particular room have been spending a couple of hours every day without fail, very religiously connecting to internet and connecting to news channels? We are seriously making it wrong. If you are serious about their well-being, you should actually connect and pray. Because the prayers are the ones which are actually going to protect every living entity. We don't belong to this world. We belong to the spiritual world. Yet Katva na nivartante tadamam paramam mama. Krishna has given that promise. Once you come back to this spiritual world, you will not come back here because we are not connected to anyone else here. Mamai vamsha jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. Then why are we bothered? It's because we have not yet acquired that higher taste. Param drushta nivartate. Every one of us are thinking that, okay, I can do everything. I can do Krishna conscious activities, but I also can do activities which are the current trends in the world. Material world and spiritual world doesn't go hand in hand. It's impossible. You can see here practically Bhima telling, kill this guy because he has not been doing a right job to himself nor to his own master. Because Duryodhana did not actually like it. He himself said that you are a reject. You killed the last trace of my own dynasty. Duryodhana was in the bed of death. He mentioned this to him. You are trying your level's best to please me, but you are actually killing the last connection for my entire race. Another day, Kurus and Pandavas, they are all in the same faction, right? So in that manner, if you notice, we as living entities have a specific job, specific activity, specific role, specific responsibility to conduct in this material world. But more or less, what is happening to us is that we are getting carried away. Why are we getting carried away so easily? Is because we have not acquired that higher taste. It's not because we don't want to. We are choosing not to. The thought process of Krishna consciousness is not a one-day job. It's our lifestyle. We cannot change it. Today, Narsimha's appearance day. How many of us are very, very happy, very serious that, oh, the Lord of the universe, He is our divine protector. He is protecting us. So let me do some service to the Lord. Let me pray to the Lord. Let me chant the holy names. Let me read about Narsimha from the Canto 7 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Let me do some nice offerings for the Lord. How do I please him? How do I please the devotees of the Lord? These are the mood, mindsets, and fixation which we need to come through. If we are able to do that, then you will actually feel the happiness from inside out. Otherwise, whatever activities which we are continuing to do, it's not going to give us any happiness long before. The same, Prabhupada explains that, the same happiness which gets generated immediately on seeing something may cause the distress on the next moment. That is what this world is, a world of duality. The world which is actually pushing us to the limits. We need help. We don't have a choice. We need that help. Who can help us? A person who is tied to the ropes cannot. He needs someone else who is untied. That's why spiritual masters are here. That's why these devotees are here. They go out of their way. They pray, and they pray. Today is the mood of prayer. Today is the mood of prayer for our protection. So what does Krishna prove that? He is protecting us, what, this body? Absolutely not. Krishna himself is saying, this is a dukkalam shashvatam, and it's going to be a temporary state. What will I protect your body with? 100 years, 200 years, 300 years? How much you will stay in this body? Practically speaking, this body is unfit even at the age of 60 years, right? Even at the age of 50 years. Nowadays, it's too less. But end of the day, this body, we have to perish. It has to perish. It has to go out. But what is Krishna saying that protection? Chaitanya Prabhu announced, please, can everyone tell us your nakshatra, gotra, and your names? Please register so that you get some protection. What is this protection he's talking about? The protection is not to this body. Krishna does not give that promise. His promise is to protect your soul from going down to the worst scenarios which you can contemplate on. We could have probably not been given a next body as a human being. Krishna is protecting us from that. That at least by these activities of yours, you will be given another chance. See the magnanimity of the Lord. Even though he gives the free will, because no one can be Mr. Perfect by force. Perfection can come only through love. Because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no doubt about it. Because all the Shastras are already confirmed it. What is he proving here? He wants all the living entities to come back to his abode. That is why he is giving us so many options, even though we are making again and again mistakes. The Lord is feeding the non-devotees, umpteen level. He is giving richness, he is giving happiness to them in whatever ways they want. He is giving food, he is giving clothing, he is going to give shelter, everything to even non-devotees. Imagine how much he would be ready to give to his devotees. So here is the situation. Here is a sequence that Arjuna is in a perplexed condition. Before it also we saw that Arjuna was perplexed. He said that I can't hold the Gandiva. It is shaking. It is falling down from my hands. I am not able to take a proper contemplated decision in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, even before the war started. He said, I don't want to fight here. I want to go back. I don't want this war. I don't want even a bit of a land. I'm happy doing the begging as a beggar. What kind of a mindset he was in? Immediately Krishna said, what nonsense are you talking? Karpanya dosho patat swabhava prachamitam dhamma samuda cheta yashesa nishtitam bruhitam me shishyaste sam sadhivam tvam prapanyam. These are the qualities you should get it. As a Shishya, you should be ready for this. But Karpanya dosha, how did you get all these things? These are miserly weaknesses. You should not be getting all these things because you are not born in some cheap family lineage. That lineage is not a small one. It is very, very strongly based ones. And your farmer, your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather, they all come from a very aristocratic, rich, royal class. So you must not be getting all these kind of thought process. I don't know how it's proliferated into you. So in the same way, all of us here are very good. Why? Because Krishna has chosen us to hear the holy names, hear the message of Bhagavatam, hear the message of all the important scriptural injunctions which are given to us. Now, it is in our hands how we need to actually channelize our energy with. Because a set time is what we have. In this set time, we have to see how much we can actually do, how much we cannot do. When we are practically doing something, right? When we are practically doing something, then what do we need to do? We need to do something which is going to be of great help to us and great help to others. Because para upakara is a very mandatory situation in all of us. Today we have been given that energy level. Today we have been given all these things which is most important for us. Food, clothing, and shelter, the most important thing for every human being. That's given to us. That's why we are sitting here. Moment we get this one, the next thing what we need to think about is not to proliferate that, not to increase your assets, but to see how you can help others to come back to this particular world where there is a place of no return. Assist them. That is the most important mode. Narsimha is protecting us. No doubt about it. He has given that blessing to Prahlad Maharaj and said, Prahlad, you go and boldly declare to the entire world. My protection is to be always with all the devotees. Today we are so fortunate that the Lord of the universe, He is also the divine protector. He is taking a different form, different mood, different action against the miscreants, right? Krishna comes here for only two reasons: to protect his devotees, to annihilate the miscreants, to give the blessings to his devotees, to ensure that the miscreants are coming to the straightforward line. So now the responsibility and the ownership is actually falling on us, right? We will not probably be in this kind of a Kurukshetra war because we are not yet fit for that kind of a mood. We will not. We are all Kali Yuga products. Kali Yuga products cannot be fit to a war kind of a situation. A little bit of war, we'll always look at some kind of a ceasefire. The situation itself is like that because we cannot actually handle these kind of situations in our lives. And we'll say, learn the art of being very peaceful. Why do we get agitated through our egos? But here is an opportunity for all of us. Today is a great opportunity for all of us to dedicate our lives in the service of Krishna. Krishna brings these kind of festivals, the festivity moods, to actually bring the most important aspect of our livelihood. Our livelihood is Yare Deko Tareko Krishna Upadesh. How much ever you are able to preach the message of Godhead, message of Lord Chaitanya, that much will be actually blessed by the Supreme Lord. It doesn't mean that you can say to everyone in the house, leave everything. From today onwards, we are going outside and then going to preach everything. No, by example. You start being a good example to others, people will follow. Mahajana Eragantha Sapantaha. We are factually practicing based on following the great limits by the steps which have been the great devotees been laid. They have laid that steps. We are just following. We are not imitating. We just want to follow their lotus feet. That is what is our as grihasthas. We are all staying in our houses. We all have a very important value and responsibility and reasoning to do so. If we are a good responsible citizens, by giving a good responsible practice, people will accept that. The moment they accept it, then you will actually see how much happiness you will get, how much happiness they will reach to. Because this is not a one-day affair. It is a lifetime affair. It's an investment for the eternity. Krishna is already protecting us because he has given us a chance. We have been able to chant the holy names of Krishna. Anyone who chants the holy names of Krishna, anyone who takes Krishna prasadam, is guaranteed a human birth in the next life. Now, we are not bothered about the human life now. We are actually moving towards accepting the scriptural injunctions that let us at least try to do some service. Sevan mukhe jikwado swayameva spurati yada. How? Because we have to come out of these designations. These designations are the ones which are actually holding us in a strong bondage. Father, mother, uncle, auntie, brother, sister, India, Pakistan, America, Australia, England, everything. Sarva upadi vinir muktam tat paratvena nirmalam. Rishikena sevanam bhakti ruchate. This kind of a feeling of connection has to be established sometime in our life. So why wait till lastminute.com? Why not do it now? Why not we do now? If we do it now, it's much, much easier for us in the last moments. But if it is not being done now, which will have an impact later on. Because that's why we see that our own parents, sometimes if they are not actually ready to accept the message of God, not ready to accept Krishna consciousness in their practice, they find it very, very difficult. And we find it very difficult to seeing them suffering. In spite of we trying to tell them that take up this Krishna consciousness stand, because mind is not there. Mind is agitated. You will see that many families, parents, they sit 24 hours, 365 days in front of the TV. At least I noticed that in India, many, many families. Why? Because they are not convinced. And it's very difficult to convince them at this age. All they say is that I worked all my life for your well-being. Today, what you are is because of me. But what's the use then? We are not helping them anyway. We can help them only when we are convinced of the process of Krishna consciousness. If we are convinced that, we have to go all out and explain it to them and say, look, I am not preaching to you. It is your life. If you die, you're going alone. If you die, you're going alone. You are not going to be accompanied by me or anyone else. What is going to be there for your next body? I don't know. No one knows. Only Krishna knows. So then how do we confirm that they have got a better body or at least marketing for a better body? If they don't get a better body, then the feeling of guilt is always with us. That is why we are trying to push that point to them. Please let go. All that what you've been doing all these years. You might be a very good non-vegetarian eater or you can be properly doing something else. But then we are requesting, asking, para dukkha dukhi. Because Krishna has somehow or the other sent some devotees to help us. And that help has actually helped us so much better that we are able to chant the holy names of the Lord, to become more and more stronger in our resolute determination to serve the devotees, serve the Supreme Lord in our best of abilities. And we are trying to pass that to the devotees or people or our own relatives. And sometimes it's a rebellious issue. But then what can be done? We have only one way. There is no two-way traffic here. We have to force. Dandam dashagunam bhave. We have to push this. The agenda of the Lord has to be pushed to everyone so that they get the benefit. Prabhupada says a good example in Laws of Nature, the small book. He says that the parents know that the child has got jaundice. The best remedy is to take sugar cane. But the childrens want not sugar cane, but they want some jalebi and rasgulla and all that. The parents know that it's not going to help them. So the parents force on the children to say, okay, follow what is being told as a medicine. In the same way, Lord Chaitanya has given us a beautiful medicine, sugar-coated pill. Harir namai kevalam. So we accept simply the Lord's message. We are not leaving everyone and going to the forest or into Himalayas and sit there and do the meditation. We are trying to accompany everyone. We are trying to take everyone with us. But they must be ready. If they are not ready, there are other souls who are extremely, extremely ready and fertile to take that to Krishna consciousness. Please focus your attention on them. They are innocent. They are eagerly waiting to get exposed to this process of Krishna consciousness. Don't waste your time with anything. Don't waste not even a little bit. Okay, I agree. You need to know what is happening around you, which is fine. But not that you spend hours and hours together sitting and discussing, sitting and reading messages or news over news. That's not going to help us. Definitely not help us. Because this is not the way the world should be governed. Blind is leading the blind. What can you expect? And this is a dukhalayam. All these people have vested interest. They want you to take you away from Krishna's focus. Let's not do that. Become serious in the practice of Krishna consciousness. Read it, hear it, leave it. Just like fill it, shut it, forget it. We don't have anything else to do with this world. Right? Because we don't belong to this world. Our focus, that's it. There was a Ukraine war with Russia. So immediately when the war broke out, that there were few devotees, they were jumping and then saying this, the Russians were wrong. The Russian devotees were saying the Ukrainians are wrong. Right? There was a message came out from the GBC and said, we have got nothing to do with this world. We have got nothing to do with these political situations, which is occurring all this. When Prabhupada was present in this world, there was a war between India and Pakistan. Prabhupada did not bother about anything. He said that it's not what we want. Right? This is not what we want. As actually Prabhupada writes in the purport, as I'm writing the purports, there's a war between India and Pakistan. So, but then even during the Second World War, when Prabhupada was there in Calcutta, Prabhupada messages mentions that the situation is very grim, but Krishna is the protector. Not that Americans are going to protect us, not that the Indians are going to be protected by anyone else. No, Krishna is the protector. That is guaranteed. And that protector is Lord Narasimha and no one else. So where should be our allegiance? Nor with the Americans, nor with the British, nor with the Chinese, not with anyone else. We have got no one here. We have got only one person. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, as Lord Narasimha. That is why he is giving us this protection which no one else has agreed to give. No one else has agreed. If there is anyone else who has agreed to give protection, asamshayaha, na samshayaha, ma suchaha, who is telling? No one, including Lord Shiva, doesn't say that. Right? He himself is saying that your worship is to be in the highest level is with the devotees, and the devotees Supreme Lord is Vishnu. That's the highest worship you can ever contemplate anywhere in the cosmos. He is the number one Vaishnava. No one else needs to be validated. He himself is telling that. So then who else are they going to connect with? So summary of this aspect is, don't waste your time. Focus on your spiritual practice. Make sure that you inspire others in your own homes and also be a good example to all so that we acknowledge that Krishna is very kind and Krishna must see the acts what we perform. Krishna must see. Act we perform, Krishna must really hear to inspire everyone. If we do all these things, our life becomes a success and we can also bring everyone else back to God. That will please Prabhupada. That will please Lord Chaitanya. And what more you want in life? If Krishna is pleased, the entire cosmos is pleased. Ishpin tushte jagat tushna. But all these activities which is happening around us should not reflect on our own livelihood. We should be focused. Focused. Otherwise, it becomes a very big challenge on a later period. Because we are not setting a good example to anyone in our family by doing all these things. That is very important. Just like how Krishna personally stood and was watching, but he gave the free will to all these devotees. He gave the free will to Arjuna, he gave the free will to Bhima, he gave the free will to Draupadi, he gave the free will to Yudhishthira Maharaj, who is Dharma personified himself, to Nakula and Sahadeva and Satyaki. Everyone he gave the free will. And he gave the free will to Ashwatthama also to commit this kind of a blunder. But if he had been a very smart person, he would not have done this. Of course, these are all some kind of a pastime which we can understand and contemplate, but still, in the facet of it, this is what it is. He gave the free will and watched what these individual living entities are doing. The moment he knew that everyone is going on a faltered manner, he took his hands, put his foot down, and he said, yes, okay, you do what I say, and this is what it is. So please let us all focus and ignite our energy, enthusiasm, and spirit of serving the Vaishnavas and ensuring that we are all connected with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and Srila Prabhupada in all our activities and try to please them. That should be our goal of life. If we have some time, we'll definitely have a lot of time in our daily routine, right? Let's all sit together, read Srimad Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita, by which you are also doing your prayers to those devotees, those people who are in a very precarious condition. Imagine someone is in the war field, he is dying. What is his consciousness? He's probably going to be Pakistani conscious. And what will happen to him? He'll be born in Pakistan. What will be the conscience of a Pakistani? He'll be against so much of anger, envy against whom? The Indians. So he'll be born in India. Then once again, next life, they fight again. What kind of mentality is this? Prabhupada says barking dogs from this side to that side to this side. Yes, of course, this kind of situation has occurred. That's because of our envy and ego. But what can be done? We can't do anything. We are not the people who are in charge for those kind of situations to be averted off, because they have vested interest. The Americans have interest in the weapons to be sold. The others have some vested interest in something else. They are all trying to be some kind of a platform, create a platform and do all these things. Who is suffering? Innocent devotees, innocent people. We have to be very careful. When we are careful, we can inform people by our own good set example. Then Krishna will be pleased. Okay, I'll stop here. But today is a very special day. Please, please, please synergize yourself, energize yourself. Pray to the Lord for the protection of your soul, that we don't downgrade ourselves, degrade ourselves, going to the darkest regions of hell and darkest regions in the modes of ignorance. We'll at least attempt to be in the mode of passion, at least in the mode of passion, not in the mode of ignorance. If not in the mode of goodness, goodness will be a great appreciation. But if we are not able to, at least let's be in passion, not in the mode of ignorance. So today is the day where we can actually seriously be protected by the Supreme Lord Narasimha, and don't hesitate to connect with the devotees who are actually pushing an extra mile in order to serve the Lord, serve his devotees. So that will enthuse you to be in the pathway. This COVID happened, everyone was on the phone and computers all the time. And this is the kind of a COVID which is happening here. So be very careful about it. Don't get disturbed and distorted with all the things which is happening towards us. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. I'll stop here in case any questions, comments, reflections. Take it.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for guiding us and also alerting us how to utilize our best time on this crisis time. Let's see if anyone.
How many of you are spending so many hours on the news channel? I'm sure Sundar Rupa Prabhu will be. And Gunraj Prabhu, you are also. How many hours on YouTube?
Yes, Prabhu, yes, true, actually. Like yesterday, when the ceasefire happened, so I was happy. But yeah, after that, when things got changed, then again, somebody.
So then can I book a flight for you to go to Pakistan or to India to fight? If not, then remove your internet connection, sit in your house,
Okay.
practice the holy names. Bhagavatam is there. Have you finished Bhagavatam, 12 cantos? Have you finished Bhagavad Gita 3 times? Prabhupada, Jayapatak Maharaj said, Prabhupada did not give initiation to anyone. Minimum Prabhupada expected all his disciples to read is 10 times Bhagavad Gita. Minimum 10 times. That time they did not have Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. They had only Bhagavad Gita. So everyone was reading and reading and reading. Minimum 10 times. There are devotees who have read Bhagavad Gita 100 times. I have personally met them. 100 times they have read Bhagavad Gita They know each and every letter in each and every page of Bhagavad Gita which Prabhupada has written. And this is the mindset these wonderful devotees have. If we spend more and more time away from Krishna, and we are not going to be, later on, you should not blame the Lord. You will feel very sad. I could have done better. I could have done better, much, much better. But I did not do all these things. I wasted my time watching the TV, watching the movie, watching the cricket match, or watching this war between India and Pakistan, or India and America, or America and Australia, and whatever. Right? What is it that we are going to gain? Nothing, absolutely nothing. See the Maya's trick, how it is capturing the living entity. Right? Daiviyesha gunamai mama maya durataya. So unless until you take the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, Maya metam tarantite, Maya will not touch. But these are all tricks of Maya that even among devotees, they can spend more time with all these things. Who is gaining? They are gaining. You are not gaining. What is it you are gaining? You are not gaining. You are losing. What you are losing? You are losing time. You are not just losing time. You are losing your life. You are not just losing your life. You are losing your energy. You are not just losing energy. You are actually losing all that what is needed for you to go back to Godhead. 20 years time is being given to us to go back to Godhead, but that time is lost by wasting ourselves. That means we are not taken to higher taste. There is no param dishta nivartate. Today the war is between them. Tomorrow there will be another war in Europe, and another war in some other place. Who knows? Entire world is in a turmoil. Where is this that we have time? At least personally, I don't have time. I'm struggling. I'm thinking about how do I spend time in something or the other. I'm writing. My things to do list has gone beyond my notepad, and it's gone to a word pad now. So you need to understand. We all have to understand this. Please, at least inspire everyone. Let us take this small resolution. I will not spend more than 10 minutes in a day on the computer for this YouTube or this news and all these things. The rest 30 minutes, 45 minutes, YouTube has created a beautiful, what do you call it, a kavacha for all of us to be away from Krishna. It has brilliantly, through what? Through shorts. I thought the children are the most smartest, but now even the adults, the parents are very smart. Even before sleep also they are doing like this. Do the same thing with Japa, no? Why you are not doing it? Your finger is going like this. Tuck, 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 tuck. What is it going? Seeing shots. Using time in a very, very negative manner. Correct? Okay.
Yes, Rupavilas Prabhu, have something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for giving us this Divya Gyan transcendental knowledge, Prabhu. Prabhu, I have two questions, Prabhu. First question is, can this war, like we are talking about war, so can this war be considered as Dharma Yudh?
100% no.
No, okay.
How can
Okay.
you consider it as the Dharma Yudh? Where is the Dharma here? There is no Dharma here. It's a war made by ego and enviousness. There is no Dharma here. What is Dharma? What is Dharma? What does Krishna define as Dharma? Dharma is not religion.
Yeah, Prabhu, but whatever Kshatriyas are there, in this war,
Where is the Kshatriya here, Prabhu? If you are a Kshatriya, you should lead it in the front. There is no Kshatriyas here. They are all sitting in Delhi and in Islamabad and taking decisions. And someone else is fighting there. The Chaparasi crown is being done by someone else. Right? They are only sitting and taking decision. Who is taking decision? Your Prime Minister Modi is taking decision. Where is he taking? Sitting in Delhi is taking decision. Who is fighting? Not Mr. Modi in the straightforward line. Someone else is fighting for him, right? Where is the Kshatriya here? He is a businessman. This world is run at this point of driven by business people and driven by Shudras. There is no Kshatriya element. Prabhupada writes it. I'm not writing. I'm not telling it. Prabhupada has written in his own book, the element of royalty is lost. Giving the example of English royal family. You can search in Vedabase. You will find this. Type Elizabeth and you will get the complete quotes of Prabhupada stating that the level of royalty is lost. England has lost its capability to manage and govern across the entire world. How much was their assets? They went every single place. How big is this country where we are living? Such a small country were ruling the entire world. And now what has happened? They literally don't have anything. All that karma which they did in the other countries is coming back and hitting them badly. I'm not saying this. Prabhupada is telling that. I'm only just reflecting on what Prabhupada is telling. Isn't it? So there is no. The first question, answer is no.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Second question, Prabhu. Prabhuji, you mentioned in your class today that whoever is, I'm not very sure about the line, the exact word that you mentioned, but you mentioned something like whoever is chanting the name of Krishna or doing devotional service, his next human birth is guaranteed. Yeah,
Guaranteed, yes.
Yeah. So how can we understand this in context of Bharat Maharaj? Yeah, he was a devotee. He was like chanting the name of Krishna, but then in next birth he became deer.
But he still remembered his last life. But he
Okay.
still remembered his last life. He did not just leave it like that. Krishna gave him the intelligence to remember him. Krishna knew that. Okay. And then even as a birth of a deer, he was not associating with some Therapera deers, not with others. He was very royal. He was aloof. He was only going to the place where the Bhakti Vedantas are so that he can hear the message of Krishna. He did not mingle with others. There is a story in Jataka Tales. I don't know if you have heard of this Jataka Tales. In that, there was a white elephant which had many tusks. It was even now, if you go to a place called Thailand, you will see some white elephants. They are called the royal breed of elephants. They are not captivated. They are the king of all the elephants. Gajaraj. So there you can practically see that how they behave, how they act. So they don't act like normal elephants, what they do. They are very aloof, they are very moody, they are very conscious about what they do. Because we don't know who is going to be what. Even in Gajendra Moksham prayers, we know that who was the elephant, who was the crocodile, so many things. So in the same way here, this is what is being given to us. So you can be rest assured on what I have said.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Chaitanya Prabhu already announced for today's program.
See, we have to take a sankalpa. A sankalpa is the number of hours we spend on internet. We have to read that much of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita. If we all do that, it will be a better place for us to live. This is my understanding. What do you all feel?
Super.
Put a poll and see how it is happening. And inspire them in the groups. Everyone who is spending hours and hours on the internet, whether it's a YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, that book, this book, whatever book you are doing and you're spending time, that much hours of time, you have to clock it and you have to spend reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. One lifetime is not enough. If you read one page a day, sage by a page, Vaisheshik Prabhu said that it takes 18 years to complete Bhagavatam. 18 years of a life by reading one page of Bhagavatam every day. Why do we have to wait for 18 years to complete? Our mood will not be the same. Our mind will not be the same. Our energy level will not be the same. Everything is going to go bonkers. It is not going to come to our life. So then we need to spend that time. That time has to be equally distributed, rightly distributed. So let's all attempt. Maybe Chaitanya Prabhu, you can put this in a poll. Rephrase it and put it in the poll. That's very important. Every one of us, whether it is male, female, uncle, auntie, everyone, you have to inspire everyone, whether your father, mother, if they are hearing to this, they should hear this. This is a very important message. This is the message of Srila Prabhupada. How much hours of TV time you are spending, you should also equally distribute your time in reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Whether you are in India or in Australia, it doesn't matter. We have to do that. And when we do that, you will see that the taste for love for Krishna increases. Because now we are actually going behind something which is very futile, very, very, what do you call, flickering, like Akasha Pushpa. We are going and searching for those kind of things. That is rasa, that is rasa. Where is the rasa here? Seeing someone in pain is a rasa. Narasimha. Lord Narasimha is actually called Narasimha. Actually, he is the divine doctor. Because he is actually inflicting massive pain in all these asuras. Actually, Narasimha's name, someone was saying that he must be named as Himsa. Because he is doing the Himsa. Himsa means he is paining people. He killed not only the Hiranyakashipu, all his demon associates. He inflicted so much of pain. Why did he inflict so much pain? Because for the kind of activities these fellows have done, they have to be in the Raurava hells for million and trillion of lifetime. Krishna brought all those lifetimes into one single lifetime and put a pain on these fellows. That's a doctor. Prabhupada explains, right? The beautiful analogy of two people having the same knife. One trying to kill someone, another one is trying to protect someone. That's the difference between the knife in the hands of a thief and the hands of a doctor. So Narsim Dev is that doctor. So he is not Himsa. He is Narasimha. Simha means someone who has given his own personal time to make sure that they are protected. Even the name, we are thinking, okay, and there is a lion in the forest, and because of the face of the lion, which Narsimha took, so he is called Narsimha. It is not that way, it's the other way. Because Narsimha was not a Himsak, but he is a Simha, he is a lion among everyone. So that name came to this. Otherwise, he was called Vanaraj. Vanaraj is equivalent to lion. But then because Narsimha took the form, that form has been given to that living animal. So that is how it is. Anyway, okay, Sundaru Prabhu, one last question and we'll stop because we have a lot of festivity happening starting at 5 onwards. Many devotees are joining us today. And there will also be Ashtotra will be offered to Narsimha Shaligram, Lakshmi Narsimha Swami. And then we'll be also doing the Narsimha Kavacha prayers for all the devotees. And we'll also be doing a special puja for everyone who has registered with their Gotra and Nakshatra. So that is a special protectional prayers to Lord Narsimha that will be done in the morning to Narsimha Dev, to Narsimha Shalikram. And this is the only thing we can do because we strongly believe in prayers. We strongly believe in this kind of protection formula, which is given by the Acharyas to us. Okay, Sundar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, no problem. Yes, Prabhu. By reading the books, I remember when I was in Mayapur, with my mother. So she has, like, I've given the Bhagavatam from Prabhupada. So every day we call, like, how much, what you're reading and all, we're thinking. So she's enjoying the time.
Hmm.
because she can't hear properly when they put machine, but able to read it. So every day is like some pages of Bhagavatam, some pages of Bhagavad Gita from Prabhupada. So it's really nice for everyone.
Very good.
Thank you for inspiring.
And this is the only thing we can do from our side. We cannot do anything else now. If we are able to do something else, then we can. We cannot take their pains out. No one can take their pain. Everyone have to face their own pain. But here is an opportunity for all of us to give a chance to everyone to connect with Prabhupada, read Prabhupada books. Instead of watching a TV, we should ban the TV. Only when it's needed, whenever it's needed, we should use. We should not waste our time with all these things of flickering happinesses. There are much more higher taste in life. We have got a human birth. That's the ultimate taste. This human birth is very, very, very rare. Much more rarity is the devotional life. We should not take this for granted. Any moment Krishna can decide to remove that devotional service from us. And this moment that devotional service goes out of our way, I'll tell you, it is absolutely like a fish out of water. They will go back to the material pool, and material energy is not going to give so much of comfort. She is going to make sure she is going to pound us. If you want to really go back to your own worlds or old worlds, Prabhupada explains this. Spiritual activities in world may be difficult, but material world is impossible. It's not an easy thing. We are thinking, Mama Maya Durataya. When Krishna himself is boldly declaring, there must be something very strong in this world. Daiviyesha Gunamai Mama Maya Durataya. It's impossible. To surmountable power. We have seen it. Even great devotees who have been given this glimpse of his material energy, they could not understand how much powerful material energy is. Narada Rishi had this. He wants to just get the glimpse of his material energy. And he ended up, and he did not have anyone else. He simply just prayed to the Lord. We cannot even contemplate like Narada Rishi going through and then he's praying. Somehow he could remember Krishna. And he shouted very boldly and he called Krishna. Only then he realized. And then the Lord said, "Now, what are you shouting for? I'm here next to you only. Why are you shouting so loud?" So, and then he said, "Where is the children? Where is the family? Where is the flood? Where is tsunami? Where is everything?" Right? We have heard this past time. That's the power of the Lord. That's the power of the material energy of the Lord. Today we are protected by this kavacha, the Lord's kavacha, the holy name's kavacha, the devotees' blessings on us. Someone or other, somewhere in the corner of this world is actually praying for us. That we should respect and appreciate. We don't know who is praying. We are praying. They're praying. The great acharyas are praying. The devotees are praying. The spiritual master is praying. Srila Prabhupada is praying for all of us. Wherever they are, actually, they are really, really praying. And I am very convinced with that fact that they are praying, they are blessing. Because of that, we are able to sustain in this spiritual practice to a larger extent. But still, that point of activities and actions which are being taking us away is because we are actually not got that higher taste. We are not taking the undue advantage and the responsibility. Sometimes I feel very sad. I'm telling you openly in the Bhagavatam class. I am actually telling you because I don't see this as a Bhagavatam class, but it's a real connection. That when our own family members are not willing to take up serious practice of Krishna consciousness, that means we are a failure, not them. They are not able to take up this practice of Krishna consciousness because of three reasons. First reason is we are not setting a good example. Second, we are not serious about our own practice. Third thing is that they have not got the higher taste because they are not seeing someone who has got the higher taste. So whose fault is that? It's our fault. We are not able to produce that kind of an output, right? When we go to a chemistry exam, practical exam, they are going to give you a solution or an NaCl solution or anything, and then they'll ask you to titrate it, and they will see if there is a finer change, is only a thin line between the right actual value minus the value what you've got. right? So this same way, this is what our life is going through. At least let's take it very serious for the rest of our lives. Become more serious. Do practice. Do nice activities. Perform yourself in the best of your abilities. We can see many hundreds of people in this particular, even in this one small Zoom session. Who knows? Krishna knows. There are many pure devotees staying. They can come out. They can preach. They can message the message of Lord Chaitanya to the world. Harir Namai Kevalam. There is no other choice. And we should beg at the lotus feet of our parents, beg at the lotus feet of our family members, and say, don't miss this opportunity. Santa Tukaram's own personal wife, his own wife, she did not take it up. She could not take it up because she was not convinced that Tukaram ji will take her back to Godhead. When he openly said, the Lord is bringing me the chariot. If anyone wants to come with me, you are most welcome. The housemaid said, I will come. I want to come. See the conviction. All she was doing all her day was to cleaning the vessels of this Tukaram Maharaj's house. Wife did not do anything. She said, this guy is an idiot. This guy is bonkers. He can't even take up. Good riddance, let him go. Practically speaking, everyone was shocked that both of these devotees went back to Godhead. That's the power of the Lord. That's the power of the devotees' prayers. Let's take it up serious. This is my only resolution. I am taking it from my side as a resolution. The number of hours of time I spent on internet, I am going to read Prabhupada books. If I am able to convince myself in doing that, everyone here in this box definitely can do it. That too, today is a very auspicious day. The day of protection. The day of connection. No one else can give. Narsimha is the only personality who can give that. So let's do that. Let's give it a shot. We have been empowered by Prabhupada. We have been empowered by the Lord of the universe, Lord Jagannath, personally. So let's do it. It's not difficulty. It changes the world. It changes the kind of atmosphere which we are in. Imagine the devotees going and doing Harinam in the town center. Now many people are reciprocative. Pratap Maya Prabhu and his team used to go there. They used to do every month once. They used to go and do that Harinam. How much of difference? The time we are talking about in one single city called Reading. 15, 16 years back, how it was, and now it is completely different. Okay, we'll do that. We'll stop here now. Okay, any other announcements? Chaitanya Prabhu, Pratap Prabhu, or anyone else?
Yes, please.
Next,
Oh, yes, please go check. No, you go check on it, please. Hare Krishna.
thank you. Just a gentle reminder for everyone that it's full fasting today. We'll break the fast during the festival. This time, twilight in the
So
evening.
I just wanted to tell you this full fasting is not applicable for someone who is not well. It is for someone who is well. They can fast if they want to. There is no force on these fastings. Even though it is good, this is an appreciative element. But someone is not well, they cannot fast. So don't force on them. They can take something which is non-grains. Like, for example, fruits or some juice or some maybe milk or yogurt or some non-grains like quinoa, buckwheat or whatever. But if someone can fast, definitely they can do so. It's nice to fast. It is a nice appreciation. And of course, the fast breaking is dusk, not at around 9 o'clock and all. Don't go by the UK sun practice. It's generally, it is Sandhya. We consider Sandhya as 6, 12, 6. That's the period of time. So by 6 o'clock, we can break our fast. Generally, after the Abhishekam is done, you can break the fast. So I thought I'll just update you on this.
Thank you.
No worries. Yes, Sumit Prabhu?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम सभी को, दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी. फुल फास्ट मींस निराजल.
Full fast is non-nirjal. Yeah, you can if you want to. That's what he said. If you want to be nirjal, you can be nirjal. If you can't, that's okay. Drink water. See what is convenient for all of us. fasting is not applicable to elderly people, to the children's, or who are under medication. So it's not applicable. So they are as good as fasting kind of thing.
Prabhuji, on fasting day we can do Achman, right?
Yeah. Achaman is not considered breaking fast.
Sure, Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, over to you, Pratap Prabhu. Announcement.
Thank you for another wonderful class. Very enlightening, very appropriate for where I'm at, and try and reduce the time on internet and read more Prabhupada books. Thank you, Prabhu. Have we announced? So next Saturday is the Nityananda's Paduka coming with the TOVP senior management team to Sindhusam Court as well. So obviously there's Nasimha Chatterdashi today from 5, but also next Saturday from 5:30. It's a very special event in Sindhusam Court. So please register for that also and share those details with your friends and family, so everyone can get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. It's the Lord Nityananda's shoes are coming from Sri Mayapur Dham. That's the Lord Nityananda of the Panchatattva. So highly auspicious festival, and pure devotees like His Grace Jananda coming to Reading. So please come and take the darshan and take the blessings. That's also next Saturday at 5:30 at Sindhusam Court, and we'll be reposting the links to register for that over the next couple of days. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for updating about the upcoming programs. So I think we are done. Thank you, Vishal Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. We'll have the closing prayer now then. Vanchakalpa taruvasya kripa bacha patitanam pavanevo vaishnavevo namo namaha. Yes, Vishal Govindas Prabhuji ki
Jai. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.